Greetings and good afternoon. I am Dr. Maria Glad, your Director of Field Education, and it is my absolute joy to introduce Kendra Parson, LMSW. Kendra is the Director of Gracefully Mindful Institute, and today, Kendra will grace us with the gift of breathing.
Thank you so much, Dr. Glad. It is my pleasure. I'm honored that you guys have chosen me and so many people that you could have called. So we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. How about that? All right. Greetings, all of my fellow social workers out here. We are going to go ahead and share the screen because I want you guys to see some amazing things. This is how we're going to get started today. And so what we're going to first start off doing is just talking about gracefully mindful and what that is and what the purpose of that is, especially through breath. Okay, so let's keep it going. There was breath. And so we have all types of different things. People have different backgrounds. And as a social worker, you guys are well aware of what that is. And so for this particular cause, we're just saying with our particular breath, all became life. And you see a particular scripture down at the bottom. People have different meanings of that. You can choose however you want to do. But for this particular cause, we're going to say, then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils. Point to your nostrils. That's what I do with my babies. Point to your nostrils. And the breath of life, and the man became a living being. So just to let you know how important breath is, right? So this is from the beginning of time. So what I want you to do, if you guys are looking at this, that means that you're trying to figure out if you're breathing wrong or if you're breathing right. We all breathe right at some point during the day, but I want you to be able to see the correct way of breathing, okay? And so when you see people do this, when they're taking a deep breath, there's no air going in your body at all. And so in order to be able to relieve some anxiety, some stress, even relieve nervousness, right? We would need to be able to take a deep breath in through our nose. That's why it's important that we go back to that first flyer, that first page. We breathe into our nose. When we breathe into our nose, our bellies will expand. So if we have any singers or musicians out there, you already know what that is, right? Our bellies will expand. And when we breathe out, when we exhale, our belly will come in. And if you look at the diagram in the green, you will see that. And so if you're with me right now, I just want you to take just a quick second to breathe in through your nostrils. Your belly should be going out. And then when we release that air, our belly should be going in, almost like a balloon. And so if we're doing this, and our chest is going up and our shoulders are going up, we want to try to take our time and correct that, okay? Because it's going to be really important when it's time for us to begin the meditation and relieving of the anxiety. Mindfulness, that's the big crave going on. One of the things that Dr. Glad and I just finished talking about was showing you guys how to do self-care before you get into the field, not after you get into the field or when you burn out. I don't want to say all social workers, the social workers that I'm aware of in my circle have all experienced some type of burnout, and we had to come across meditation and mindfulness or some type of self-care on our own. What we want to do is to be able to teach you how to do that before. So mindfulness is pretty much being mindful of whatever you're doing at that time. I remember growing up and parents would say, mind, be careful, as telling you to pay attention. So when someone says mindful meditation, right, it is only telling you to be mindful in your meditation. That means being focused, practice, sitting up straight, however it is that you feel more comfortable in doing that. That's the purpose of mindfulness. That's all mindfulness is. And so when you have that understanding of what mindfulness is, these are definitely great definitions that we can take our time and go through at another time. But mindfulness is a technique to achieve a state of alertness, focus, relaxation by deliberation, paying attention to thoughts and sensations without judgment. So for those of you guys who say, I can't meditate, that's shenanigans. Don't believe any of that, right? It all starts with our thoughts. That's why you see the thought life. So once we begin to change our thought process, right, we're able to change how we begin to not only view our midterms, our friends, situations, our client situations, our case management loads, all of these amazing things. And so once we begin to understand what our thought and how powerful our thought is, we are able to move forward in that. So this is a whole bunch of stuff that you can take your time, screenshot it when you get a chance, because I really want to get into the breathing part. But I also want you guys to understand that in the midst of us just breathing and doing anxiety work, even sometimes relieving symptoms of depression, right? Breath, all of that comes directly into play with that, and renewing our body, renewing our mind through breath. And I want you guys to understand that. So when you get a chance, I want you to write down your thoughts. And if we have negative thoughts, then you have people like Dr. Glad who are there to help especially during midterm, when you think you're gonna fail everything, you're gonna pass, I promise you. I got my MSW. It wasn't hard. I lie. It was, but you can do it though. you can definitely get through it. And that's why this is for today, because you have to breathe when you're thinking those negative thoughts, okay? So our mind-body connection, you guys have to come through this. But one of the things that I thought was really interesting, that I want you guys to know how amazing you are in the midst of this program, because you are amazing. There are more cells in your body than stars in the galaxy. So if you are that amazing and that dynamic, you can do anything. And that's where the mind and body come together. If you put your mind to it, you're able to accomplish anything. Another great thing that is really unique that I thought was amazing, that I tell everybody, is that there are 60,000 miles of blood vessels in the human body. That's enough to wrap around the world 2.5 times, y'all. So you are an amazing creation. You are a living being. An attitude is just a state of mind that produces a reaction in the body as a result of the behavior, right? So let's get to this meditation piece, because that's the piece that we really want to get into. Let's look at that. Benefits of meditation. You can connect better. It's better focus and concentration. You improve self-esteem and self-awareness. Reduce stress. This is what this anti-anxiety is for today. Help manage anxiety or depression. Fight addiction, control pain, promote altruistic behavior. Okay? And so what that means is that with this, it's a practice such as mindfulness, focusing once again on a thought or activity. So what I want you guys to do right now is to relax in the chair, get yourself in a space, put your arms on your side, your feet flat, your back can be straight or you can have a little slouch. I want you to close your eyes and listen to the music. And I want you to take a deep breath in, and we're going to hold that breath, right, for 3 seconds. So, and we take it through our nostrils. So let's take a deep breath in, chest down, belly's expanding. Hold it. Now blow it out. Belly going back in. And I want you to do that 3 times. Focusing on, and we'll do this with everyone, a place that you love to go to. So for me, it's the beach and the wind on my face, and I'm hearing the ocean crashing. And so you're going to focus on that. And that's the mindfulness piece. And the meditation piece is just being still and imagining yourself being there and the comfort that you feel when you're there. Mindful meditation put together. Also, there are very familiar smells that will help you. Aromatherapy, right? I have been rocking with this is the Body Shop lavender oil. This helps with anxiety. If you're having a hard time sleeping, if you're worrying, lavender, you can pour it on your hands, rub it together, take a deep breath in through your nose, And blow it out. Deep breath in. And blow out. Another great essential oil for you guys to think about too when we're thinking about meditation. A lot of people do incense. You can also do patchouli. Patchouli is really good. Helps you with clearing your mind. You can also do juniper or sandalwood. Those things really do help. I love sandalwood, and I also love frankincense, because frankincense also clears your mind. Nag champa is a really good incense too, that kind of helps you to focus. But everybody knows where to get a good little bottle of lavender. So you can go to the Walmart store. We have a few places here locally in New Orleans that you can go pick it up. King and Queen Emporium has it. You can go to the Whole Food stores, the fresh markets. All of those stores have that particular type of oil. So lavender is a really good beginner oil for you to once again put in your hands and inhale. So meditation, the benefits, we're reading it again. We're going to connect better focus. You can also, as you're listening to the music, find this type of music on YouTube. This, you can look up positive energy, spiritual uplift. They have things like the Great Awakening. They have things where you can go to sleep with. They have things to wake you up with. They have happy frequencies that can help you. And so with your scent, and sometimes you don't even need all of this, but these are things that can help you. A scent and an essential oil, music that is calming, also thinking about a calming place, and then fourth, breath. When you're breathing correctly, it helps to do numerous things. So we have different types of meditation that you can choose from: concentration, mindfulness, or attending. And we just talked about what mindful meditation is. And so that anchor breath is going to help you to be able to stay calm. And so you have this: you place your hand on your chest, you lay back, you put it on your belly, or you can put it in the front of your nose. And this is how you pay attention to your breath. You take a deep breath in. And you blow it out. And for our new beginners in doing meditation and mindfulness, this is a great way to help you to begin to breathe correctly, right? With your hand on your chest, because you're paying attention to your chest going up and down. And it's also a great way to stay focused so your mind doesn't wander. If your mind does wander, it is okay. Okay. All right. Because it does happen, especially if you're in the beginning of phases of learning how to do meditation, and especially mindful meditation. So please do not beat yourself up if you cannot keep still the first few times. It does take practice. And that's why different mixtures of essential oils do help. A good mixture is rosemary, eucalyptus, and lavender. You put all three of those together, and I swear, I spray it on my bed, in my car. You will go to sleep, you will relax, and you do your breathing, and you will be just fine. How do I meditate? You get into a comfortable position, you focus on your breath, you follow your breath for a few minutes, you open your eyes, let your body sink, and then you start all over again, okay? Wrong chest breathing, right belly breathing. The last thing that we want to talk about is just speaking it to existence. Be careful how you speak to yourself, because you are listening. So if you are telling yourself in this process, midterms, finals, graduation time, applying for jobs, if you are telling yourself, I'm not going to get this job, just remember earlier we were talking about thought and how it's connected to breath. If you are telling yourself that you are not going to make it, you are putting that into the atmosphere, and that's something that we just do not want to do, okay? So we want to speak life, and be careful how you speak to yourself, because not only you are listening, but others are listening too. And so as us being future social workers and current social workers, we want to make sure that we're a light in a dark place, because that's what they come to us for, to be light. And we are light through the breath that we breathe, right? And so let's remember, let's take our breath in through our nose. Belly's expanding, hold for 3 to 4 seconds and breathe out like a balloon. Belly coming back in, dropping your shoulders, relaxing your face, and relax. Whatever it is that you're trying to do at this time, speak it into existence every breath. So every breath you take, you say, I speak peace. You inhale peace, you breathe out worry. You inhale good grades, or you inhale good study habits, you breathe out not partying all night. How about that? One or the other. Something like you got to find a balance, right? And so with that being said, speak into existence whatever it is that you want. And always remember to be careful, because you are listening. Okay? Namaste, family. If you have any questions or any concerns, please feel to definitely give us an email at info@gracefullymindful.org. Thank you for your time. This is Kendra Joy, LMSW, your colleague.